And the friends I had actually encouraged this whole eating disorder thing, because it was like a very a very toxic time in my life, and I got so depressed as well, and I just fell into that hole. And I remember reaching out to one of my friends, and she laughed it off. She's like, "There's nothing wrong with you. Like, everyone's a bit sad sometimes." Yeah. And I think if we can just imprint it in young people's minds, like, yes, you might be a bit sad sometimes, but maybe that's not all to it, and to not laugh it off, because it is something that is very serious, and the mind is what fuels your body and your thoughts and your emotions, and everything else stems from that. I was actually looking this afternoon at the definition of a mental disorder. And it says it's a wide range of conditions that affects your mood, your thinking, and your behavior.
Yeah.
So to look after your mental health, that it doesn't get to the point of you developing something like a mental disorder or a mental illness. It's very important to just know yourself and be honest about what you're feeling and what you're thinking, not to think, I'm just sad again. Speak to that person, reach out, get someone that is accountable, an accountability partner. Just speak out about it.
Sure. Were your parents aware of what you were going through during that time? The depression, and the eating disorder, and the reason I'm asking, I want to find out, because sometimes teenagers are scared to speak to their parents about that as well.
So they definitely were noticing changes, because it was an eating disorder. So every time they'd see me, they'd be like, "Wow, you got like really skinny." And the response I got from my peers as well was positive, because they didn't know the background. So they were like, "Wow, you're looking so good, and what's your exercise routine?" And so what I also want to say with that is mental illness can sometimes be portrayed, and you put it in such a nice frame that outsiders can't see what's going on the back side of the portrait that you're painting. And it was so dark, and I was in such a bad place. And my parents obviously didn't know about anything, because I think mental illness, when it comes to that point, and the disorder got so bad that I could fake it so well. And I was, before I enter a room, I'd put on my face and I'd be like, "You are going to be the smiliest person in that room right now."
Oh, wow.
And that is a very dangerous place to be, because you're so scared that they see something's off, and then you just don't want to go into that conversation. I definitely think, raising this awareness and just letting young people know, it's not just looking for attention. It's not just you going through a phase. It's not just you sitting there with your thoughts and your emotions and how you're feeling inside. And you should not take that up lightly. You shouldn't build walls around yourself so other people can't reach you. It's important to take that first step. Take the leap if you have to. Dive into that pool. Be honest with yourself first, and then do not compare yourself to anyone else. Because what you're going through and what someone went through or is going through is not, it may be the same, but it's not necessarily, because your emotions are different and your personalities are different. So you're going to handle it differently. So it's important to know yourself, be honest with yourself, don't compare, and speak out about it.